Alrighty, so this is going to be a part 2 because my phone decided to have an alarm set, but that's okay because I was feeling like we were going to have a part 2. But I think the thumbnail for this one going to make it a little interesting because for part 2, the goal actually is now to get to Disney Springs. So what did I do? Mom sent me some dollars. And when Mom sends me some dollars, I had to put it to good use. So I went to go to 7-Eleven to go pick up some Fusion. All right, we're looking good on the Fusion. All right, so this is a 0 sugar energy drink, right? 0 calories, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and try it out for you guys. It's been a while since I had a 7-Eleven power up like this. And this is actually from the store. It's called the 7 Select. Wow, that is if this is what it feels like to drink coolant for a car, for sure this is the bottle for it. This, if coolant had a taste, I think this would be coolant. 7-Eleven, I think you need to step up. It's nothing personal. So why does this taste like what I think would be coolant? Here's the thing though, you do have a chance to redeem yourself because I did luckily see that you guys had a promotion going where it was 2 for 3. So I did pick up a secondary flavor. So I got faith that your second flavor, which I believe is like Power Up Cherry, this one is Paradise Pulse, should be Paradise Coolant, right? But I'm really stoked and I'm looking forward to trying your Power Up Cherry. You know, hopefully the Power Up Cherry is enough to, you know, get my respect back. All right, so the taste test, I'm not gonna give you an A. I'm not gonna give you a B either. I think I could give you, I'm thinking, man, a low C. I think I would probably give you a C- on this particular flavor. You could do better, 7-Eleven. I know you can. All right. How are you guys making this taste the way that it tastes? Here are your ingredients: carbonated water, citric acid, natural and artificial flavors, L-carotene, branched chain amino acids. Oh, I almost slipped. L-leucine, L-isoleucine, L-valine, acetyl sodium citrate, sucralose. Okay. So potassium sorbate, acesulfate potassium. Alrighty. Let me get a little nerdy with you guys. The scientists developed a very potent source of sugar that's not sugar. Alright. Essentially what they did was the creators of Coke Zero was like, man, we want to give you a version of our drink, our favorite drink, but no calories. But here's the thing, a lot of the calories come from the sugar. Alright, so like in your average can of Coke, we're talking 80 to 160 calories per can. That's just based on sugar. Now here's the thing about that. Scientists went and they were like, you know what? We're going 0 or go home. So they took the challenge, created a very strong source of sugar, right? And they injected it in rats. The thing about the sugar is that it's so minimal, but when they did the dosing on rats, it was so potent on rats, right? So 0 calories. They ended up being able to create this, right? acesulfate potassium and sucralose, they were able to create this version of sugar that had no calories in it. The thing about it is you need such a tiny dose, right, in order to experience the flavor as you would get in sugar. So they put it in rats, right? It's about 200 times more potent than regular sugar, right? So you don't need the dose of 30 grams of sugar in order to, get the taste of, Coca-Cola. Only 1/200th of a fraction, right, of sucralose, acesulfate potassium was put into these rats. Here's the thing. Because of the size of the rats, right, that dosage is so tiny to us. It doesn't affect us because we're huge. But to a rat, you might see studies where it says these artificial sweeteners are dangerous for us. But the thing is look at the size of the rat, man. The rat is 1/200th of our weight. You know what I'm saying? Less than a pound. You know what I'm saying? So when they put in that natural sweetener in the rat, it started to cause adverse effects to the rat. Mutations, cancer. So people got scared about the same thing happening to them. But studies that I'm not gonna go and cite because I don't have them on the fly like that. This is just a little talk I'm giving you because I've had this explained to me by a good friend of mine. Studies showed that artificial sweeteners did kill rats and cause cancer, but it's the dosing size compared to what the rat took and compared to what's in our drinks that make this taste like coolant, but nonetheless you're still getting taste, right? They were able to come up with just potent sugar for 0 calories. Scientists, crazy, right? Absolutely crazy people. The only thing is, man, is that you do get the trade-off. Maybe you might not get the taste that you're looking for. I don't think they hit the mark with this flavor in particular. But I mean, look, the price point. It has to be cheap to make this super potent, version of sugar with 0 calories. It's going to incline people to buy it, That's why you see, a lot of bodybuilders, they're always going for the no-calorie, versions of drinks. They need to get their electrolytes. They need to get their sodium and potassium. And when you're on calorie-restrictive diets, then you start looking at apple juice as the homemade enemy. You might be going, Justin, what are you talking about? Your average 8-ounce, bottle of apple juice is probably harboring about 140 calories. And you might be thinking, whoa, but it's apple juice. I'm getting my vitamin C. Yeah, you're getting your vitamin C, and I applaud you for that. But I've also stopped to realize that a lot of the sugar in that apple juice, about 40 grams of sugar, 4, 8, 12, 16, that's 160 calories because 1 unit of carb is equal to 4 calories. 1 unit of protein is equal to 4 calories. I think 1 unit of fat, don't quote me on this one, is 7 or 9 calories, right? So that's macros. Macros can tell you the calories. So if for some reason you ever don't see the calories on whatever you're eating or whatever you purchased, you can just do that little math equation, right? So if something has 40 grams of protein, right, then you take 40 grams, you multiply it by 4, because 1 gram of protein is 4 units of calories. And calories is just a fancy way of saying energy. Hola. That lady had a really nice face, so I had to say hello. I went off, I did the approach, the 1 finger in the air, I did my thing, you know what I mean? We're still practicing breaking out of the social shell that I so think I am in. But put me in the right environment, and I think I've showed myself time and time again that I am more than capable of having good conversations, good quality conversations. I used to be that type of person that, nah, if somebody wants to talk to me, come talk to me. And then I realized that maybe I probably didn't have an approachable face, or maybe my demeanor was off, or something about me made me not approachable. Here's the thing. I'm also thinking that most people are probably the same way. Like, oh, if somebody wants to talk to me, they'll come up and talk to me. And then you're kind of at this standstill, right? Where the brave, the courageous go, they take their shot, and then they end up making friends, right? Sometimes those people go, they have a conversation, they don't really make the friend that they're looking for, but they win and they took the shot anyway. So, I mean, you miss every shot you don't take, right? So here's a little tip for you guys watching. Go talk to that special person that you've been trying to talk to. You just don't know. You just don't know what's gonna happen when you go say hello. You just don't know if the feelings are mutual. You just don't know. It's pretty nice, right? So yeah, guys, maybe you're watching this and you're just expecting, yeah, we're just gonna be walking. And maybe you didn't expect me to start talking about things that maybe we relate on. You know, I never really had a plan or a script for this type of walk and talk. You know, and I was actually more worried about not having anything to say. But the more I walk, the more I realize is you can really just basically say anything. You know what I'm saying? What if I end up not posting this because of a reason X, Y, and Z? We would never ever know. So I'm taking the chance. I'm shooting the shot now. Because if I didn't shoot the shot now, you miss every shot you don't take. And I promise you, this does not have alcohol in it. It's just when I do drink an energy drink like this in particular, there's 200, oh guys, look. It's 200 milligrams of caffeine. It's gluten-free. 0 calories, dual source caffeine. Support energy and mental boost. It may help elevate mood. High in antioxidants, vitamin C, vitamin B6, and vitamin 12. I don't know about you guys, but my mom just ordered something, and it was like this packet. And in these packets is about 2,212% of your daily recommended dose of vitamin C. I went and I looked at my daily multivitamin, and I saw that my multivitamin only gave me 300 milligrams of my vitamin C. I'm just thinking, I'm sitting here trying to think, what does my mom need all that vitamin C for? I don't know. Why does she need all that vitamin C? What are the benefits of having that much vitamin C? Because I thought it was like, if you had an excess source of vitamins in your body, how you doing, boss?
Hello.
If you had a crazy source of vitamins in your body, is it that your body processes it, or does your body make you pee it out? You know, if any of you guys are scientists or health whizzes, please let me know the answer to that. Because I'm not going to remember to ask this question later to ChatGPT. I know for a fact. But it's also something I really, really want to know. Because it's like, why else are you getting that much vitamin C? Is there a study out there that tells me that like it's like the fountain of youth? Or like is vitamin C like the antioxidant like to help you fight off diseases and stuff like that? Because I think when I was a little kid, you know what I'm saying, and I'm sick and I went to go tell my mom would give me like orange juice or apple juice. And if we all know anything, that's where we get a lot of our vitamin C from. So you guys tell me. You guys absolutely tell me. So I had to also create shorts so I can advertise this video. And look, I've been slacking on day 1, day 2. I've just been slacking. You know, I kind of been lazy, and I kind of been making the thumbnail kind of just a static image of an AI generated version of me, which I think looks hilarious. If you guys look at that AI generated image of me, I kind of look like that Mr. Beast member, Tariq. I don't know if you guys watched Mr. Beast or heard about him, but he's like this big YouTuber that's like a philanthropist. But one of his crew members, his name is Tariq. He looks like the AI generated picture. So I don't know. You guys tell me, do I look like an extra from Mr. Beast, or do I just look like, you know, a hobo that just shaved and now he looks a little bit less like a hobo? Ooh, man, that energy drink is starting to kick up. And I feel like the dragon from Shrek, the one that Donkey married. Now imagine that, bro. Like, can we stop and rewind and remember that Donkey from Shrek somehow bagged a big dragon? Are we just not gonna talk about that? Are we just not gonna talk about that? Like, think about it. Like, you have to have some serious balls in order to pull off a maneuver like that. And I don't see myself in a million years ever being in his position, pulling off the same feat. I mean, look. You miss every shot you don't take. I guess he took the shot, and look what happened. See? It happens everywhere you go. It happens absolutely everywhere you go. Man, this is actually, you know, I think I gave it too much crap. Now look, 7-Eleven. I was serious about the taste. I'm not really a big fan of the taste. I'm not really a big fan of the taste of the energy drink. But the fact that it is possibly improving my mood. Wait a second, there's more facts that I didn't even read. No artificial colors, no high fructose corn syrup, low calorie. Okay, it's just stuff that we already know. But yeah, I think it does a good job in elevating the mood. You know. But here's the thing: if you were to ask me what my go-to source of energy drink is, and it's just like, I would prefer the white, sugar-free Monster. There are no tingles. You get none of that like tingly feeling that you get from like drinking a Red Bull or like pre-workout or stuff like that. I think it just tastes actually good. For sure, it tastes better than the 7-Eleven Fusion. So I recommend it. If you're not really an energy drink person, I mean, like, you would have to go with just a coffee or like teas and stuff like that. But like, once you get acclimated to a certain amount of coffee and caffeine, actually in particular, you're gonna have to start upping the doses and start upping the game. So I ended up having to go to the Monster level just because like the output that I do every day, you know, it's steadily rising. Like, I'm just trying to continuously increase being more and more active every day. Like, I know you guys probably think like the steps are a lot and me playing and my sports and stuff, but like I'm somebody that like I continuously really want to add more and more and more, you know, because let's say I get super rich one day, you know, in that fairy tale make-believe land, you know, what if I get very fortunate enough to have a little bit of dollars, a significant amount of dollars, make sure the family's good, make sure the friends are good, make sure everybody's good, and then, you know, have some spare change for me. I mean, honestly, guys, honest to all of you, I'd be spending a lot of that money ice climbing. If I have enough change, chump change, you know, dollar bills in the pocket to go ice climbing, I'd go and do some of that. I'd go rock climbing more. You know, I'd probably get my boulder pass, because I usually go on free days. I don't really go because I have a pass of some sort. I I go based on luck. Sometimes friends get me in because they have a day pass that they can use once a month. Wait until that rejuvenates. I go hit the rock climb. But here's the thing: when I go rock climbing, bro, I go and I climb for about 8 to 9 hours. Now, obviously, I'm not no superhuman, so those 8 to 9 hours. Let me just make sure. Those 8 to 9 hours. It's about 2 hours of steady climbing, and the rest of the 7 hours is recovering, because it's very demanding and it's very taxing on your body. Like, I can't just say I went to go climb. Like, I'll be in the facility for like 9 hours, but on the walls actually putting mileage, like, it takes a lot, man. It takes a lot. Very rewarding though. And I don't know if I was talking about it yesterday, or like, it's just one of those sports that, like, dude, you burn a crap ton of calories and you don't even notice it. Because for me in particular, it's just really fun. All right, so I could get lost climbing. I could continuously climb. And, you know, hours can go by, resting will go by. I'll go and watch other people, you know, solve complicated, man, dude, I have like an itch in my head. I'll go watch other people solve complicated puzzles on the wall. And next thing you know, you're sitting, you're recovering for like 10, 15 minutes frequently. And man, you know, then you'll climb for probably like another 10, 15 minutes. Have to take another break, a little bit longer. The more energy you use, increases the recovery threshold they have to go and sit through. You know what I mean? A really fun sport. But I believe what I'm doing is every time that I go and I, you know, boulder, I go climb, I think of it as a bucket, right? Think of it as a bucket that you're putting drops of water in every time you work out, you go climb or something like that, right? And this bucket, I've been filling up this bucket ever since I was a kid, right? So, like, in terms of strength, right, the more water in the bucket means the more strength and ability, capabilities I have to go and perform said task, right? So every time I go and I work out and I do these things, I'm adding a little bit of drop. And I'm thinking, bro, it's like, think of a eyedropper. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I mean. Every time you go work out, every time you go do something productive, every time you go and you take these steps, you're filling up your bucket with drops. And maybe one day you might get a full bucket. But the thing about this bucket is that over time, it's a tiny leak that kind of gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So it's your job as we age to constantly refill the bucket. Now, if you go a year, you know, probably like a couple ounces of water might drain out of your bucket. You go a year without training. You know what I mean? Okay, guys, I have been presented with a crossroad. I'm on Darrell Carter Parkway, and there's a Popeyes Louisiana Popeyes Louisiana kitchen. Holy crap, the tongue twister. When I'm making this thumbnail, I want it to be a little bit more exaggerated. But 23 minutes. So in this part 2, I'm 23 minutes in. So if I can go and get wow, it smells like freaking manure. I don't know what this is pumping, but it has to be pumping shit. Shizzles. Maybe I should blur that out. Oh man, one of my favorite vloggers that kind of do what I'm doing right here. Obviously he does it way better than I do, but his name is Timmy Carter. I think he is the best at what he does. I think he's very interesting. And I think he's an amazing example of being an extrovert. Just my opinion. He goes to different countries. He goes to Hispanic countries. He goes to all over the world. And honestly, he goes and he talks and he has a good time. He explores. He's very knowledgeable on history. And the man is from Greece. He's like 6'9", dude. He is huge. Pretty cool guy, man. He does this. He likes to go to South America and put himself through what the South Americans put themselves through. Like, he did an episode where he migrated on a train. I think he joined a group of migrant Venezuelans, and he was heading to America, to the U.S. Or I think they were heading somewhere that was just not Venezuela, for sure. So he would get on the train, and I'm telling you, these people would be traveling for weeks on top of a train, sleeping on the train, and moving continuously to try and migrate and get a better life. And they would do it with their families. Thousands and thousands of miles to try and get to a better place. You know, because the economy is absolutely deflated in Venezuela, right? The economy is absolutely juiced. And the people are trying to get out of there. I just think it's really interesting that a man from Greece is so interested in wanting to put himself through the same exact feeling and the same exact trek as the Venezuelans were doing. And he goes and he records everything. All right, he goes with another guy too. He's a bald traveler. And they're out there, they're doing their best. I think the bald guy's from England. But the thing about Timmy and his friend is they both learned Spanish. See, I'm Spanish, but my Spanish is subpar. But I believe if I put myself in a place where I am forced to have to respond to everybody and conversate with everybody in their native tongue, I think only through given time might be a better Spanish speaker. I just don't put the time and the effort. I do listen to Spanish music. I can kind of understand what they're saying, but in today's world, kind of is just not enough. I went to Puerto Rico too, but usually when I'm in Puerto Rico, I just stick with my family. My family always talks Spanish, but for some reason, everybody always talks English to me. They don't really give me the time of day to actually teach me, because the reason is, I don't know, familiarity? I don't know. There probably isn't a reason. They just probably just know that, like, I don't understand Spanish that well, and they'll do their best to do English, which I can always appreciate. But I need to do my part and learn Spanish more effectively. Let's go ahead and get rid of this can. All right. I took off the charger. Let's go ahead and save that. Let's put that over here. This charger is long. But give me 1 second while I do all this. I'm just gonna put this away. All right, we are good. So, where am I? To be quite honest with you guys, I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea where I'm at right now. All I see is Vineland. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I feel like I just didn't do enough research on where I have to go. But here's the thing. I am not gonna fail you guys and tell you that is my excuse. What I am gonna do is just figure it out. Okay? I am gonna figure this out. This is part of the journey. You're just sticking along with it. You're watching this far. You're gonna see me just figure things out. We have a couple stores there, nothing of importance. The premium outlets. Look, we can go this direction of the premium outlets, but my gut feeling tells me that if I go that way, I think I'll be able to get to Disney Springs. But the problem is I don't think that would be efficient. I think the efficient way would be if I head across this way, if any of the cars would let me. I have 13 seconds on the clock. I'm gonna go right here. I still wouldn't be able to make it in time either. Ugh. Making sure that the red light stays red. Alrighty. Professional street crosser. Achievement unlocked. Now it feels like a... Man, let me tell you. Spots like these, when I was younger, you sit out there, you open a couple bags of Cheetos, you open up Arizona, and you have a really good time with the boys. Or if you were chilling with your significant other at the time, that's where you go talk about life, right there on the green box. I think I should put this charger in my bag. That way it doesn't dangle around in my pocket. And I'm wearing pants. Oh, I'm wearing pants that have deep pockets. And you know about deep pockets. Extra space. Look, guys. Guys, I really mess with you guys. You want to know why? This video most likely is going to come out tomorrow. Well, this is day 3. And let me tell you, I am doing this on day 3. I think I just might up the step count up to 40,000 today. Here's the reasoning behind it. Because I know that Disney Springs is about 5 miles away. That's the truth. Disney Springs is 5 miles away. 5.3. All right, I know that much. All right. Well, actually, no, it's not 5 miles away. It actually is more, because when we were walking yesterday, a long time ago back there, we turned around, right? Remember that Louisiana Popeye's chicken? Yeah. About a mile before getting there, half a mile, I remember seeing it yesterday and turning around. So that was the 5 mile mark. This actually might be more than 5 miles based on that observation alone. Something tells me when I get over there to Disney Springs, I think I may have hit all of my steps, because I think I am halfway to Disney Springs. Sounds insane, right? Here's the thing. I'm gonna have to walk back. I know this is probably gonna be a one-way trip, just so I can keep the length of the video available so I can upload. But dude, this is one hell of a trip, and I'm doing it for you guys. You know, I'll be able to get a lot of steps in today. And here's the thing, I do have the Power Up Cherry, all right? Power Up Cherry. It's in my book bag. I'm not gonna drink it now, all right? Because having that much caffeine, I'll be essentially, because I had 1 cup right before coming out here, so that's like 80 milligrams. Then I just had 200 milligrams and the fusion and the, you know, the coolant tasting drink. All right, so that'll put me about 280 milligrams of caffeine. All right, so if I start drinking the Power Up Cherry, we're talking about 480 milligrams of coffee, or of caffeine. I keep saying coffee. That's gonna get me absolutely wired. And the only times I need to be wired like that is if I'm on the beach and I'm throwing the board, you know, because I like doing skimboarding too. I'm running as fast as I can. I'm throwing the board, I'm jumping on the board, and I'm surfing, you know, on the shoreline. You know what I mean? So, or if I'm playing paintball, or if I'm actually going on a run, I just don't think I need that excess amount of coffee for this type of chill walk. You know what I'm saying? Look at the nature. You know what I'm saying? That's my caffeine, you know, from the sun. But look, man, I think I've acclimated myself to needing about 200 milligrams of coffee a day. Why? Dude, it just gets you productive. Look, bro, I get it. A lot of people don't need it, and I'm honestly quite jealous of them. But the amount of productivity that I can do with having caffeine in my system, you know, it kind of makes me a little sad that I'm gonna have to tell you guys that I need some to get some stuff done, but oh well. I think I could live with it. I think you guys could live with it too. And remember, America runs on Dunkin'. I don't really drink Dunkin' Donuts. Because let's say you get, hear me out. Let's say you get your favorite, you know, frappe or some you know, specialty drink from Dunkin' Donuts. You're getting your caffeine. Yeah, you're spending $5 to $6, which is, for me, that's like, damn. You're spending that money, and you're also getting a load of sugar from whatever you ordered. So you're bumping up your calorie intake. It's like eating a meal. And I don't know about you guys, but I like to get my calories from cottage cheese and Greek yogurt. I also did have some chili today. I almost ran into that bush. I had about 500 grams of chili. It was just beef and beans. Now you can only imagine what that does to the body. We won't get into specific details here, but you could only imagine. All right, but significantly, I met my protein intake today relatively with ease. And if you know about protein, when you eat 150 grams, for my case, those amino acids are actually in the bloodstream, right? So then when you are actively doing stuff like this, you're actively breaking down your muscles and stuff like that, you're working out, you just don't lose that 150 grams right away when you're done with your workout. It's like a steady source of amino acids. Like, it's just going to be in your bloodstream continuously for the next 24 to maybe 48 hours. You know, so when you're eating daily, your protein intake, you're just restoring that water bucket, like how we were talking about earlier. We're restoring that water bucket, and every time that you work out, it leaks a little bit, but when you eat, you fill it back up, and then over time, it's just leaking slowly, but it's manageable to replace all of that protein that you use every day if you're consistent with it. It's okay to miss one day. You know what I'm saying? Some people are really good and they don't miss a day. Shout out to those guys. I think if I could be completely honest with you guys, if I had the funds, I don't think I would actually miss a day of missing my protein, because I'd keep everything pretty simple. If I had everything ready to go, ready to eat, I'd honestly keep it as simple as possible. Greek yogurt, cottage cheese still, those are still going to be the staples. Like, instead of chicken from a can, I'd probably have regular chicken, you know. Those three things, man, I could go really, really far with. But then you can get fancy and get some steak in there. You know, I like the ribeye, so you'll be able to get some fats in there for your hormones. All right, but remember, fats are pretty significant because it's 9 units of energy. All right, 7 to 9. Sorry, guys, I just don't know the number right off the top of my head. There's 7 to 9 units of energy. So you eat a steak, you're gonna get the best of both worlds. You're gonna get satiation, right? Satiety, satiation. And that's just how you feel after eating, right? It's a feeling of fullness, right? You can go a long way with that. You can go an absolutely long way with that. Let's check if you're still recording. Hey, you're still recording. Lovely. I think the video will end once we get to Disney Springs. Maybe I'll give you guys a little walk around, bring you to the lake, bring you to the big balloon. You know what I mean? I'll make that the payoff. We'll see. We'll see. On the way back, though, on the way of me walking back, I am probably going to throw on the tunes. You know, maybe later on, when I somehow figure out how to get even more storage on my phone, or probably just increase my equipment. Alrighty, guys. I am walking to what seems like a dead end. Have no fear, because I always deal with things that I never kind of could expect. The work around here is to keep pushing forward. Even if it means going deeper into a direction that probably may not be Disney Springs, it just doesn't matter. Because you don't stop at the first glance of discomfort. You don't stop there. You keep persevering. Even if you might be a fool for doing so, it's okay to look like a fool. The only thing is like safety wise, like just being so close to the street, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're just going a little bit off track here. Oh snap, that was a crazy bug. What are those? Really interesting plants. But hey, I know that those hotels all the way in the distance, That is Disney Springs. I know that. I can tell you this because I've been to Disney Springs. So, if only I could walk through all this shrubbery. I mean, this path looks amazing. If there was like a nice like cut through that I can go through here, I'd be pretty damn stoked. I'd be pretty damn stoked, guys. Instead, I am given a shopping cart. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. Come on, man, that looks incredible. Now, man, that looks incredible. That looks amazing. That's a really thick. Wow. Look at that. Look at that. It's a huge pine cone. I don't know how pollen works, but hopefully I don't get the sniffles, because I am allergic to pollen. Oh, but look at this gate. Oh, dude. Dude, what the hell? This looks amazing. That looks amazing. Look, I'm wearing shorts. And if I know anything about going over that fence, I'm going to run into those plants that have the little sticky barbs. And let me tell you, that is a pain in the butt to deal with. It is a pain in the butt. I'm almost sure that this video is going to come out probably the next day, tomorrow. But this is day 3. I promise you that. This is day 3. We are making it happen still. Alright. Upload time might be a little off. Remember, it does take about 4 to 6 hours to upload these 4K videos for you. But I mean, it's 4K and you're just looking at my face. Some people might get a kick out of that. Some people might just think that, wow, that is way too much time for an upload of just you yapping. And yes, I will agree with you guys. Are my yaps worth 45 hours to upload? I don't know, you guys tell me. If you stick through this video this far, I'm almost sure that you probably think that I yap like a horse. And one thing I love about walking this path is I have the most soothing sound of all these cars. All right, these feet just go forward, right? The analog stick is broken, right? And it's broken, and it's only going one direction, forward, right? We don't stop out here. We just itch our head a lot. But we don't stop out here. We keep going. Because if you don't, I just imagine, at the first moment of discomfort and you stop, you have to make it through the discomfort in order to see the things worth seeing, right? So you have to be okay when not seeing the results and still moving forward, right? I'm pretty okay with this. The results here, let me tell you, it's starting to feel like Halloween because we're in October. This is October 2nd. By the way, the great lock-in. I hope you guys are locked in. For the next 90 days, become a completely, entirely different person. I believe everyone has an opportunity and the ability to become the best version of themselves. And these 90 days will help you change the trajectory of your life if you take it serious. You know, a lot of people use the movement as a joke, something to laugh at. Some people use it as an opportunity to change. Me? I just want to tell you guys that I'm actively trying to change. I am isolating myself from family, friends, just to go and develop on my own. And dude, am I even developing? Am I? You know, I have that question all the time. So can I figure out the meaning of life? Oh, look at this. It's like a reservoir of some sort. Oh, it's like a reservoir of some sort. I could have just made this video. Like, I could have just made it in a way that, how do I say? I could have just made it where I repeated yesterday and turned back around and just almost be home by now. I could have done that. But it's day 3. It's day 3. Let's do something more. Let's get this raw footage out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm all for raw footage. Let's go ahead and get this out there. Not the best at making skits and stuff, but I can give you real, raw footage, right? You can't get any more raw than this. I had to walk on the street for a little bit. You know, hopefully nobody behind me hits me. Because I'll be kind of sad, you know what I'm saying? I'll be like, damn, I should have walked to the side. Some cars are very close, but I'm practicing my balance. Check it out. Yes, sir, I can balance. It's like I'm walking on a tight beam. I don't know what it's called. Oh man, I don't know if you guys can see it, but the moon is up there. If you look, let me just try. Oh man, it's right behind the pole. If you can see it, guys, the moon is up there. The moon reminds me of Ratchet and Clank. I don't know why I think of Ratchet and Clank, but that's just what I think of. When I was a kid, far younger than what I am, because I still think I am a kid, and I think we all think we are kids. I feel like age doesn't determine how you feel. For sure, it may affect how your body feels, but like how we feel in our mind, we can all be a kid at heart. You know, the external is just what everybody else is. The mind, you can continue to be a kid. You can continue to be playful. You know, there's never taking that away from you. You know what I'm saying? I won't ever take that away from you. You could be 50, you could be 60, you could be 70 watching these videos. I could look at you and just by the way that you act, the way that you go about life, I could always tell myself, man, this guy could be a kid at heart. You know, be light, be playful. And I don't know, I'm seeing a little path over here and I'm getting pretty excited. I don't know about you guys, but I am ready to take some sort of shortcut here. Like, look at that. These, like, power lines. It screams, hey, there's a shortcut over here. this little bit of concrete path, it screams, hey, come over here. And this, guys, this right here is where I go off track. Of course, it's never just that easy. There is a puddle, but also there is a hotel over there, and I don't know if that is the way to where I need to go, but in fact, I am going to choose the route that is off track because it is time for adventure. Sounds so corny. But now we are on different lands, guys. We are on different lands. Wait a second. I don't want to be on different lands if I see animals over there. I see cars over there too. I see people. I see people. And to be honest with you, I think I need to make the decision to know. Wait, I can see the hotels over here. There are hotels behind those trees over there, right? But it doesn't seem like those hotels are the ones that I'm actually looking for. So possibly, if I go this way, I might extend the duration of actually getting to Disney Springs. So with that being said, we turn around. We turn around because it is the right thing to do. Because we almost got off track. But man, those hotels sure look like where I need to go. Look at that. Sorry for hyping you guys up. But I just need to make the smart decision so I don't get lost. But man, I love how it feels outside. I certainly love how it feels. And I know I'm making it a lot harder on myself by not checking the map. Well, that's okay. It's absolutely okay. Me thinking of every reason why it's okay. Ow. Ow, these plants are a little spiky over here. They're like reddish. They're like reddish, like grass. Red grass hurts. They're spiky. See, like, I see a hotel there, guys. But man, that moon is absolutely incredible, guys. Take that in. If you can see it, it just looks way too unreal. Like, to even think that there's a moon up there is crazy. And what if you're a caveman, right? And you look up and you see a ball in the sky and it doesn't look like a cloud or anything. If I was a caveman, I'd be pretty interested in knowing what the hell that is up there. Oh, I stepped on more red grass. This red grass is spiky. You know, it's funny, I have this bag, but I don't really carry much. I have my wallet, I have some cologne, I have an extra shirt, and then I have the Power Up Cherry Cola. It's not cola, but, you know, the Power Up Cherry. So, what is that place? You know, I really wish I had Hawk Vision, because then I'd probably be able to see, like, the logo of that hotel. But it's fine. I don't really need to go see it. I could be close to Kissimmee, which would be crazy. Because the cool thing about being in Kissimmee is I could probably end up at Gaylord Palms. Which I'll ask myself, how the hell did I walk that far? I'll be really honest with you guys. I'd be really damn surprised. And I'm hoping that this hotel would, you know, give me an idea of where I'm at. Honestly, I really can be completely transparent with you guys. I think the second part of the video, leaving from the 7-Eleven all the way to now, has probably been, in my opinion, exciting. Because I'm really out here. I'm really kind of far. I'm actually at the point of no return. There is no quitting. There is only going forward. It's only going forward, guys. And if I have to make this a 3-part series, I absolutely have no problem in uploading a 3-part series. No problem with it. It's more click for YouTube. You know, I kind of spread out the hours. At some point, the video is going to stop itself. And I think I'll probably be well beyond 20,000 steps, so it'll hit. We'll get our steps in for the day, for sure. But I really am trying to get you guys to see the payoff. Right? I don't know if you guys like the POV like this. I don't know. You guys could like this POV. I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments. Do you like the front facing, or do you like seeing this handsome devil? I don't blame you for the second choice. That's probably the only reason why I would click on the video. Who's this dude with the hat? The hat's pretty impressive. And here we go again with the sidewalk. So we have something called the Addison here. All right, luxury apartment. That's pretty cool. All right, but we have a sidewalk here. But I'm telling you guys, this sidewalk is super short-lived. I'm just letting you guys know that I am used to these distances. I see those hotels a lot clearer now. And something tells me it's a good thing I trusted my gut not to go that way. Because they don't look like the hotels that would be right next to Disney Springs. No siree, Bob. They look like something completely different. They look like the type of hotels that are separated and divided by an interstate. So I think I made the right choice to continue pushing forward. And then I see more hotels. And then I might just second guess what I just said. Who cares? Look at this. This is very majestic. This path goes directly into these bushes. Now, I don't know if I'm going to meet any tree folk or anything in here, but I am A-okay with making a new friend. It's just interesting how the path ends directly right here. It's as if the woods didn't let the path be built. Oh, that's a lot of flies. We just evaded. Oh, wow, there's just a path right over there. Guys, you see that? That is exciting. Hunting, no trespassing. Hunting or fishing? Okay. No hunting or fishing. Absolutely. Yes, sirree, Bob. What? What does that say over there? Hold up. Let me put in my showering gun. Sorry, fly. This is a no-fly zone. Look, guys, I just don't like mosquitoes. I don't know if anybody can relate. I just don't like it. But there are tons out here. There are actually tons of mosquitoes out here. Which is gonna have me pick up the pace. Daytona Beach. 417. I don't know about you guys, but Daytona Beach being north is not telling me that we are going in the right direction. But maybe it could be like the entrance to like 417. You know how sometimes when you get on like an interstate, it does a loop and then it goes into the right direction that you're trying to go for? I thought that I was walking south. I think I still am walking south. But I surprised myself because, remember, I don't really know where I'm going. I'm getting these steps in. I'm trying to bring you guys along for the journey. And for sure, we're doing an incredible job of getting our steps in. Nonetheless, the entire point of this video is being achieved. But the location that I end up at, I don't know. I think it's just funny the situations I put myself in, because I do get myself out of them. So it's just like, look, the terrain, it makes a really big difference. So for now, I am walking on this pretty choppy, grassy terrain. Right? It's not a sidewalk, right? So you have bits and grooves that kind of just mess with your foot. But no, I think of it as strengthening the foot, strengthening the ankle. All right, I'm getting acclimated to potentially, let's say if I go traveling and I start recording like this, I'm getting acclimated to the terrain there. You know what I'm saying? I'm prepping for something bigger. I know I am. In due time, guys, in due time. And I believe the same for all of you guys. These steps are preparing you for something bigger. So with that being in mind, we keep pressing forward together. My forearm is literally on fire, but I've always told myself I want to grow my forearms. With this attachment right here, with my phone, with the weight kind of being off, I think I am just doing just that. Now guys, hip hip hooray, we got some sidewalk. So let's go ahead and celebrate a small victory. Yippee! Alright, that's my real celebration voice. I'm happy. I made it this far. You made it this far. I think you guys deserve the hat backwards. We are on different timing now. Now here's the thing. When I put this hat backwards, it means we're getting down to business. I think I know exactly where I'm at now. Disney World? Right? Now, I know you guys probably can't see it, but I can see it. And I believe that says Disney World. So fellas, we are getting there. We are making steady progress. All right, maybe that other direction, it's a giant circle. From my house to Disney Springs, I know the route that I'm going to take back, right? And I also know a route that probably was going to be a lot better than the route that I'm taking. But here's the thing, you live and you learn. You know what I'm saying? We don't cry over spilt milk here. We just don't. This is just looking amazing, bro. Come on. just looking amazing. It's like, how could I resist? World Center Drive. Disney World, that's stuff. I'm sorry, man, but I am taking you on the beaten path. And do I know where this brings me? Guys, if I'm going to be completely honest with you, no, I don't. No, I don't. But that's the whole purpose of this. Look at that, guys. We are moving. We are not how we started this. You know what I'm saying? We are somewhere more majestic, in my opinion. Hat somehow turned back forward. I know, that's impressive. That is just even more impressive. This is beautiful. This is the best part of the clip. I had to take a screenshot of that. I took a screenshot because that just might be the thumbnail. That, my friends, just might be the thumbnail. Let me go ahead and give you a wipe real quick. You really get this beauty. Holy beans, bro. Holy mackerels. That looks atomic. Look at that light source. It kind of looks like the sun is supersized. Well, I mean, if I look at it with my actual eyes, dude, I'm gonna freaking fry my eyeballs. But I'm looking at it through the screen, and man, does this look beautiful. And I'm sorry, you guys probably seen my face all day, but I'm gonna have to just give you a slight POV right here. Wow, this is excellent. Like, I played a little bit of RuneScape, right? So mining, this place looks like a great place to mine some copper. Boy, do I wish everything was like the games that I play. This is just interesting. Oh shit. Shit. Look at the way those trees are. Dude, we are somewhere majestic looking. This is worth it, guys. This is what I was talking about, man. Look at that bird. Guys, thank you for joining me on this trip. Let me tell you, it feels a lot better that you guys are here with me. You know, I don't feel like I'm alone in this at all. You know, with you guys here, you know, I'm appreciative of the moments that we're actually like sharing together right here. This is some beautiful stuff, man. It's some beautiful sun, right? There's a button on this stick that I keep pressing, and it's not connected to anything. So when in doubt, press it out. I can figure out something. This probably might just be the back of like a hotel or something. I can figure it out from here. You know, I feel at peace. The birds are chirping. The path, we're still going forward, guys. We're still going forward. Okay? Had to spit that out. Sorry, guys. There are some tracks here. Right? Look at that. There are some tracks. Those tracks, they're definitely from like a hog or something. Wow, birds, man. Birds. Look how nice and luscious. Hey, get away. Sorry. Flies? I'll tell you guys, I don't really like flies like that. You know what I'm saying? I am a nature guy, but I don't like to get bit. I don't like to get my blood sucked. None of the above, guys. Now retweet if you're the same way. Interesting, guys. Interesting. We're moving forward. The air quality smells crispier. The noise pollution has definitely shot down. Record lows. We're looking good. Some red bushes here. And the dumpster, though. It's not anything too exciting. But there's like this castle looking building over there, guys. We are making our way one step at a time, 1 foot in front of the other. Let's do this. Let's do this. And I think my dad might watch this. Dad, I'm okay, I'm chill. The thing about this is I do this all the time. I quite literally do these walks all the time. It's just, I don't know where I'm at right now. You might be like, yo, this guy's crazy. Nah, man, nah, bro. I'm telling you, let's go get these steps in, man. You're probably gonna be like, you be going crazy places. I do for a little bit, but then it turns out like this, and then it makes it all worth it. So, let me know. There's a pool over there, guys. There's a pool over there. There's some people. Would I go in there? Yeah. Absolutely, guys. Will I? No. I know my storage is gonna run out soon. So the video can end anytime, right? The video can end anytime, but just know I have to go walk back. And if it ends, thank you for walking this amount of steps. Thank you for completing day 3. Let's see how far the camera storage can take us, you know. Just know that we are almost there at Disney Springs. We're almost there. I don't know what it is. There's always a whole bunch of resorts that are like hidden. I don't know what that is. Oh, come on, man. They can't show me that, but there's a nice bridge over there. I have to suck it up. I'm a sucker for bridges. I don't know why. Obviously not like super tall bridges. I don't really want to do that. I watched a little bit too much Final Destination. And that is enough to put some hair on your chest. Right? Go ahead and turn you around again. Look at that. Look at this tree. God. This is amazing, bro. Is this peak life right here? Man, I don't want to be too over dramatic, but man, dude, I just enjoy things like this. Tranquility, there's like not anybody here. There's nobody around. Me, myself, my thoughts, this camera, you guys. This is for us. There's a snake and alligator warning here. Man, some people might be like, this guy never stepped outside. Well, look, buddy, I stepped outside, and I'm just appreciative. This stuff is feeling kind of unreal. Look, hello. That guy's getting his steps in. More like he's running his steps. But ideally, I'd never thought that these videos would honestly feel like this. This is a great feeling, guys. All right. And I don't think it's really I don't think it's the energy drink either. At this point, it just feels really good to be outside and be active. You know, some people might be like, you should be walking around the house or somewhere close, but you know, sometimes adventure calls, you know, and you know, I'm gonna be the one to pick up. Is this a dead end? If it is, which it looks like it is, go ahead and cut through here. Ooh, I heard something in there. It sounded like I was walking through somebody's house. So we go ahead and we make the adjustment. So now I'm hopefully around the other side of this. I hope that the main street over there is nearby. That's just what I hope. Now, if I could use my ears properly, I could really listen in. What's going on over here? What is this place? I see cars. All right, they just turned into this resort right in front of me. Oh. All right, this little castle looking. It looks nice. It's pretty nice. There's a really nice triangle house over there. It looks like a cabin, right? But it looks like it's ran down. See that, guys? Oh, look, the power lines. I would have ended up over there. I wouldn't have made it over here if I would have went that way. But look at that. There is like a house that looks like it's ran down over there. But it's built in a way that it reminds me of like a log cabin. Beautiful house over there. I heard like a seagull type of bird. Interesting. Guys, we are making movement out here. Getting our steps in. Number one, that is a priority. This is just all a bonus. But remember, at the end of the day, I want you guys to get your steps in. That's the whole entire purpose of these vlogs. Vlogs, I don't even know what you call it. Challenge, step challenge. A walk with me. It really is just like a walk with me. You might be walking somewhere else. You know what would be a really cool place to walk? You guys know City Island in New York? That place is the spot. That place is super chilling. Okay, so this is called the Grand Vacation, the Hilton Vacation Club. So what I noticed is that there's a lot of these vacation clubs always like scattered beyond like sight, right? I guess it's like members only, but look at that Grand Beach. Wait, beach? What are you talking about? Are you telling me I walked all the way to the beach? I don't know what to tell you guys. I walked all the way to the beach. I'd be flabbergasted because it didn't even feel like it. Unless like the path I took somehow teleported me closer to the beach. Then that explains a lot. Really nice flowers. Again, constant reminder. I have to keep reminding you to bring you back to the reality of what this is. Because we are just doing our 20K steps. We are getting fit together. Remember that. I have to make sure you guys know that. Because I don't want to stray too far from the whole concept of this video. Right? Woo. Do not drink no bébé. Oh, very nice. I don't speak French. Bébé. Maybe that could mean something else. But dude, there are some really beautiful sights over there. I see it. All my fellas, boom, boom, boom. All my fellas, boom, boom, boom. We have to be getting closer to Disney Springs. Or if not, it's okay. Because I got my steps in. You got your steps in. And we can all go home happy campers. Though I don't know what my battery percentage is because I did run out of charge for my box. But don't worry, I'm a Floridian. I know my way around. We're gonna be A-okay. But dude, this walk is incredible. My favorite walk for sure. Day one was pretty standard, introducing you to the steps. Day two, we try changing it up. We try and find a trail. It's okay, sometimes things don't pan out our way. Day three. Now day three just somehow significantly got better. And I'm not saying that just to say that. I'm saying that because I'm feeling it. It just feels better. My legs are feeling great too. Like, I kind of just forgot the whole aspect that we are walking incredible distances. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, for me, I don't even feel like the pain or nothing like that. I just feel good. I feel good. It's just breathing and this good oxygen, man, is really leveling up like the way I feel. I just keep checking out around frequently because I'll be really sad when my memory runs out. So I see a road here, right? Which is an excellent sign. I think I know exactly where we are. And I think that hotel is behind those trees over there, is directly next to Disney Springs. Guys, we are almost there. But if I run out of storage, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you guys so much for getting your steps in. I'm very proud of you. You know, that's a big thing here. Thank you for taking your steps. Thank you for walking one step closer to your future. You put in the work. You deserve the praise. You deserve the hype. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure. I know exactly where we are. All right, guys. Yeah. I don't think I'll be able to make it, but I do know that Disney Springs is that way. So I'll go ahead and start walking that way. But thank you guys for tuning in. I know I keep talking like it's the end of the video, but any moment this could cut off. And then, you know, do what I can. We are still walking forward. Very nice. I know exactly where I am. If I walk down this and make a left, we'll be at Disney Springs. This is an amazing walk. My favorite for sure. Absolutely, at this point in the video, we have completed our steps. Without a doubt in my mind. So congratulations. Amazing job for doing your steps and sticking through. Cheers to day 3. Yeah, those 2 hotels over there, that's what we were seeing when we were walking all the way down there. The Sheraton, Vistana. You're seeing all these hotels here. But there's a bunch of hotels surrounding Disney Springs. All the tourists, they funnel straight into Disney Springs. And all that revenue that they get from the tourism. It's absolutely astronomical, guys. But October 2nd, it's feeling great. I hope you guys are doing productive things for the next 90 days for the winter arc. Maybe at the end of these 7 days, I might start doing lives. I mean, that would be awesome. Do lives with you guys. Oh yeah. Almost there, guys. Those double hotels right there. We were on the absolute other side. And that should have been the signal for us that Disney Springs was dead ahead. Oh well. You learn, right? You learn. And we're going on a cruise control type of pace. We'll get there in due time. If the video cuts off, I'll see you for day 4. But for now, enjoy this just little snippet of me just enjoying the fresh air. It feels really good out here. It's a nice breeze, like I'm telling you. Like growing up, I felt the way it's feeling right now, and you kind of forget how good just fresh air feels. Especially like if you're too busy, caught up in your own life. The thumbnail will probably be Disney Springs. Let's see. We don't know. But day four, hopefully I'll be able to give you that Disney Springs type of vlog style walk with me. Or if I can give it to you now. I'm trying to move there with haste. Alright. It says about an hour and 35 on this recording. I don't really recall how much the first one was. Because remember, once we got to 7-Eleven, the video cut off. So I'm thinking we're around the 3-hour mark. Certainly we're a little bit close. Maybe a little bit far. But I think we're just about at 3 hours, which is just about 70 to 75 gigabytes of space that is required to continue to keep on filming. Guys, I can't tell you enough of this. Minus the cars, whooshing right by. You get into a certain type of stride where everything just starts to feel incredible. All these steps are feeling incredible. I hope you guys like the color of the shirt I wore today too. I thought it looked great. Woo! It's a little volcano over there too. But I think I will stop by a gas station. I'll probably get like a little snack. Like, I like to eat the hard-boiled eggs, just for satiety reasons. Mini golf at a volcano over there with the 2 hotels we saw about an hour ago into this video. I kind of want to go check it out. Yeah, we are making our way over to Disney Springs. Incredible. Getting our steps in. I can't tell you enough, man. That is the whole idea. Get your steps in. They're so important, guys. Because when you're able to walk more, man, you're able to explore more. You become a better explorer the higher step count you can hit. of traffic over here, guys. A lot of traffic. Busy place. You got a McDonald's over here. You got Chick-fil-A. We went from saying nothing to seeing a whole bunch of signs of life over here. So you know we're in a tourist-filled area.
That's like your mother's first thing she says.
Honestly, I think I could go for a McDonald's coffee. So I'll be right back. Yeah, guys, I think this is a safe spot to tell you that congrats for day 3 and accomplishing 20K steps. I'm gonna end the video here, okay, guys? Because I don't want the heartbreaking, I almost make it to Disney Springs and we don't, and I don't have the ability to record it. But thank you, great job. I'm really, really proud of you, and I'm gonna see you on day 4, okay, guys? Take care.